All right. Turns out this Casterman Timber Pilot, it's got a straight enough handle. It's decent as a wedge banger, and I had to use some wedges to lift these two big chunks just up. Nothing serious, so they wouldn't pinch my bar. I was cutting with my Stil MS462. Nice 70cc saw, the same exact size I used to use way long time ago in my 20s when I was sawing trees up in Idaho, which I remember fondly, having forgotten how hard it was. But at any rate, that aside, I decided to go ahead and saw these others down here for the sake of time, so I can get them split out of the way, because I do want to get these other two down sometime not too long from now. I also discovered a bunch of ants coming out of here, and you can kind of see them here. The center part of the tree between where the limb bark has grown together is full of these ants. Most of them are crawled away now. They didn't like the saw. They probably didn't appreciate that I shortened their tree to this height. And here's this long one that took so much extra TLC to get done. And the grain looks straight. It is straight on the higher pieces, but down here in the lower pieces, closer to the trunk, it's very twisty. It's got an elm-like feel to it. But we get her done. We get her done. As I walk through here, some of this stuff, these shorter pieces, are going to be really sweet, easy splitting. The forest axe can handle these smaller logs, but I'll probably, just because I'm having fun with Timber Pilot, I need to give it a more thorough workout. This is a good one. And these were most of the tops. Over there's a few more, but these are most of the tops from this tree. And a couple of these will present some interesting challenges. But these longer pieces are going to serve as a base once I season. Serves as a base, kind of like a much larger version of what you see right there. That base wood, probably build a fire on top of it and it burns down. I'm going to do that with these, and the coals will last a long time with those larger chunks of base wood down there. So it's going to be some good family backyard camping sometime later in the summer, or no, it won't be this year. These won't be ready probably until at the earliest in the fall. I split them small, so they might dry fairly fast, but I anticipate this will take several months for these bigger chunks to season out. All right, well, that's the end of this one. But let me get this sheath off of here. Attempt to do this without getting too close to this blade. I'm going to drive this baby down in here a little bit. So look at this. I think my Stil chainsaw has made a new friend. This 4-pound Casterman axe has proven, I've used it like twice on this job to drive wedges. I've had to drive 4 wedges into this big one here because there's so much water. The tree, you can see how they're leaning back. This tree is leaning right down through there, and it was going to kiss across the deck, the edge of the deck. But it was so heavy and full of water. You can still see it here. It took my come along plus 4 wedges to convince this to go over, and still cut it way too close on the what do you call it? The wedge that goes across the hinge that holds the tree up. Okay, end of this one. We'll save this one and close out, and tomorrow we'll get back to fun splitting. And at some point, we're going to burn all this brush, probably in the middle of this one, just as soon as the weather is exactly right, which is not bad now. I'd like a little bit more rain, though. All right, that will be the end of this one. You might see a canoe back there. Yeah, that's the one that was paddling on the hard water trying to get over that wood pile. It was a tough paddle, let me tell you. Bye.